All right, here we go. This is Audacity, and it's a free audio editing software. And I'm selecting this because for the simple fact that it's free. It will allow you to practice, get better, and just work with it before you go into a paid version of some kind of editing software. I actually use Adobe Audition. I've used that for years. Audacity I'm not very familiar with, but I want to show you just basics and the framework of this software because I believe I know that at least. And then you can practice with it, work with it, and get better on it. So this is where it starts. And make sure that your audio is set up, for the playback, for your recording device. Just for this demo, I'm just going to use the built-in microphone that's on the Mac. You should use maybe a better microphone. So once you plug it in, it'll show up here. And then this, when you're ready to record the voiceover, there it is. And then you can just drag in other tracks and get your demo started. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do just a very quick voice recording for the simple fact that I want to show you how to do some basic editing, maybe add a music track, and then we'll move forward from there. So let me do a very quick voiceover recording. And it's not going to sound very good on the Audacity because I don't have a microphone plugged into it. But I want to show you how, to make the track and how to correct a mistake if you make one. Because, of course, we all make mistakes, and then we can always clean it up in editing. So let's hit record. Let me just do something real quick. Welcome to Capital One Banking. We have a new free service that's available at no cost. Just go to CapitalOne.com and get your free checking account now. So as you see, I made a mistake, and I want to show you how we're going to fix that. Very simple. So here's your track. You can see exactly what it looks like. I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller right now because we're going to put some other tracks in here. But as you see, I already have a gap here, and you always want to start your recording nice and tight. So let's move that, and we'll put this over here. Welcome to Capital One Banking. We have a new free service that's available at no cost. Just go to CapitalOne.com and get your free checking account. So you can see where we made the mistake, and you can see where I stopped. So let's look at this again. Your free checking account. See, now there's where I went to nut. So if I cut this part out, as you can see, we can put that right there. Maybe even make this a little bit bigger by just stretching it. Put it there. And then you can do two things. Just go to Edit, Audio Clips, Split. But here's the shortcut, Command-I. So either way, once you learn the shortcut, and there it is, it splits it. Now just bring it to, and put it here. See, once again, it's very simple to just fix one.com and get your free checking account now. So there you go. If you did make a mistake, or if you didn't, and you want to go back to where you originally had it, you just drag it back. Or if you want to shorten the gaps, pretty much once again, all the audio software editing is just like that. .com and get your free checking account now. So once you do that and you see this big long gap, once again, you can close it up. And now we have the voice. Let me kind of bring this in a little bit and you can see that track. Now we want to add a music track underneath this because we want to make it sound like a commercial. But I also want to make this voice louder. And there's a track here where this will actually do the trick. You see the two little arrows here, and this shows as far as levels for your sound, and you can just bring it up. And you got to do the same thing here for the simple fact that, and now it's a bit louder. Welcome to Capital One Banking. We have a new free service that's available. Okay, so I want to put a music track under this, and where I usually get the tracks from is if you go online and go to pixabay.com, and I'm not getting any money out of this, but I just once again want to find something that's free for you guys to use so you can kind of practice with it, build up your demos, and then maybe you can move on to some more premium things. But Pixabay is a great place to find free music beds, and whatever you're looking for, it's pretty much there. You can just search for the genre, the moods, and more. You know, you can like that was a corporate little script that I ran there. So I'm looking for something that's kind of corporate. What about this? That's almost perfect. So you would just download it and then go back to the editing software once you have it and then bring it in. There it is. Now look how loud that is. You can just visually see it compared to the voiceover. So you're going to go back over here and bring this audio, bring it down, because this has got to be a lot lower than your voice. So let's see what that sounds like. Capital One Banking. We have a new free service that's available at no cost. It's still a little bit louder, so bring it down a little bit more. Let's see what it does. Capital One Banking. We have a new free service that's available at no cost. Just go to CapitalOne.com and get your free checking account now. So that sounds good. It's pretty much level with what it should be for the voiceover. Now, as you see, it keeps going and going and going, but you want to cut it off because a demo has to show different sounds. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this right where the voice ends. And once again, you can just go to the edit, or you can do the shortcut Command-I. As you see, it's now split, and just delete that. Now, you have one segment of the demo, and it's there, and it sounds like a part of a commercial. And that's about as long, or maybe even shorter, that segments of your demo should be. You don't want it to go on and on and on, because anybody listening to your demo wants to hear different versions of what you can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another track in here that gives a kind of another version of, let's get back over here, of what I can do. And this is phone prompt demos. And what I'm going to do is bring this all the way over to continue where it left off. Let's bring this in a little bit. And I can tell you right now, this is a lot louder than these two. You could see it. It should match this right here. And you can keep an eye over here where these levels are. When it's playing, let me show you this. Welcome to Capital One Banking. We have a new free service that's available at no cost. Just go to CapitalOne.com and get your free checking account now. Hello. Thank you for calling our company. The best way to get the perfect voiceover for your project in every language. Now this sounds better, and the level's about the same, but because I was using the computer microphone, that's why this kind of sounds hollow and everything. So really you should use a better mic, but I'm just doing that for editing reasons. So the level's about the same. The quality of the recording's better. So what we're going to do is just, there's a little segment here I saved. So we're going to do the same thing. We don't want to use this whole section. So what I'm going to do is split it here, take this, and then we're going to put another demo in. So this is basically how you make your demo. Different versions. Let's put news and weather, or something like a weather. Let's bring this smaller so we can see this. Drag it over and right where it starts. Let's see what it sounds like.
For your project in every language. To know more about the company, press 1. The board will be holding 2 public hearings in the next couple of weeks. Bay Area weather calls for clouds remaining today with temperatures warming to the...
So as you can see, the levels are pretty close to the same, but I don't like this first part of it. It doesn't really blend in well.
Or about the company, press 1. The board will be holding 2 public hearings in the next couple of weeks. Bay Area weather calls...
So I would like to start at Bay Area weather because it kind of blends in better. It sounds a little bit better. And we're going to put this here. And I notice this is a little bit loud. So let's bring that down a little bit. Just a tiny bit to match everything else. Let's see what that does.
In every language. To know more about the company, press 1. Bay Area weather calls for clouds remaining today with temperatures warming to the 60s. Rain returns this weekend. Friday will be in the mid-60s with lows in the upper 40s. This weekend will be mostly cloudy with AM showers on Sunday.
Okay, so we're going to stop there. That's about
today will be cloudy.
So let's go back here. Let's put that line there. And the same thing, we're going to split it and get rid of the rest. So this is what it's looking like. It's just building blocks of your best work. Now, of course, this is not my best work. I'm showing you this just for editing techniques. You really need to take a long time to put these things together. It's got to be perfect because if you're doing any kind of tryouts or if you're going for a gig, you have got to make sure that your demo is the best that it can be. So we're going to add another track here. We're going to end it, put it right where that end was. Let's close this a little bit. Let's see what that sounds like.
Mid-60s with lows in the upper 40s. This weekend will be mostly cloudy with AM showers on Sunday. The ultimate compliment we can receive is when clients refer family, friends, and neighbors to us for their remodeling needs.
Okay, this time we're going to add the music first. As you heard, the music kind of started right here.
Gabriel.
And that's where we want this to be edited. Because sometimes you have to go in and out of music, like it's different, so they can hear that it's different music. I mean, different samples. So right where that line is, let's cut that. Let's see what happens. Bring it. And even sometimes you can... As you see, let me stretch this out. As this one's ending, the music is starting, so it makes a kind of a good
AM showers on Sunday. Gabriel and Company presents the forum. This weekend will be mostly cloudy with AM showers on Sunday. Gabriel and Company presents the foremost in fine jewelry design and maintains the highest quality in merchandise and support. Our aggressive approach and innovative design team has led to the release of 1,500 new styles this past year.
Okay, and then that's about the size of it. So I hope you kind of get the idea of this editing. Now a lot of platforms too, you can also take these tracks and move them so you don't have to put these things all on one, or you don't have to keep going track. You know, I can move this back up here. So you're saving a track, or even one after another. But if you're kind of blending close, it's good to have them on separate tracks.
It will be mostly cloudy with AM showers on Sunday. Gabriel and Company presents.
So this is just a short demo. Let's go from the beginning.
Welcome to Capital One Banking. We have a new free service that's available at no cost. Just go to CapitalOne.com and get your free checking account now. Hello. Thank you for calling our company. The best way to get the perfect voiceover for your project in every language. To know more about the company, press 1. Bay Area weather calls for clouds remaining today.
See, now there was a little bit of too close of a... Because these should be really tight, one after another. So even if they kind of overlap just a little bit... That's same thing over here. It's got to be very tight and clean. So let's try that. Every language. To know more about the company, press 1. Bay Area weather calls for clouds remaining today with temperatures warming to the 60s. Rain returns this weekend. Friday will be in the mid-60s with lows in the upper 40s. This weekend will be mostly cloudy with AM showers on Sunday. Gabriel & Company presents the foremost in fine jewelry design and maintains the highest quality in merchandise and support. Our aggressive approach and innovative design team has led to the release of 1,500 new styles this past year. Now remember what I mentioned previously or in the notes is you got to make sure that your demo is not too long and make sure that it does not have other voices in it. A lot of times people think that they were going to impress the listeners by having stars on their demos or interviews that they did with public figures. Most of the time, people that are hiring you for a gig are not impressed by any of that. They want to hear your voice and your voice only. Maybe just a snippet of, if you're on the radio or something, of the call letters or something like that, but it's got to be your voice. As far as the demo itself, it should be anywhere depending on what type of work you're going for, because a lot of times people that are reading for, books or copywriting, theirs needs to be a little bit longer. But like for radio and voiceover, it's got to be a really clean, tight 3 to 5 minutes, because most of the time the listener is going to get a good idea of your voice within the first 2 minutes. If they want to hear more, they will continue. But make sure that your demo is not going, past 6 minutes, or even that's really long. And if you get any longer than that, they're not going to listen to it all. So this is just a basic instructions on how to put together and how to edit. What you're going to need to do is continually practice and practice on a platform like this. Learn where everything is. Once again, I have hardly ever used Audacity, but because of other software that I've used, you can pretty much find where everything is. When you see effects, when you see tracks, and of course the recording and all the other things, and then edit's always there where you're able to cut and split and join them all back together. And then when you're ready to put this all together and make it all one file to share, most of them all have the same thing, export as WAV, MP3. It's all pretty much the same. But learn the platform, learn how to edit, learn how to do the voiceover and make it clean and tight, and practice, practice, practice. Clubhits.fm. Welcome. You've got mail.
Got milk.
Files done. PNN.FM. Better music, better station. You're in the mix with DJ Maximus 3000.
We are your station. PNN.FM.
With DJ Silvio. You're in the Playhouse with DJ Corey D on PNN.FM. Keeping it real for over 16 years.
Oh yeah. Oh.
We are Pride Nation Radio and Clubhits.fm.
We are your dance music power station.
I'm real excited.
Pack your chains and sandals and head to sunny Palm Springs, California this Easter weekend for White Party 20. A party-packed weekend filled with world-famous pool parties, DJs, entertainers, and more. Don't miss this year's main event on Saturday night with an unforgettable performance by superstar Lady Gaga. Be sure to join the boys under the Ferris wheel at the Sunday Tea Dance for an incredible show by international recording artist Kat DeLuna. For event dates, times, and ticket information, go to www.jeffreysanker.com or click on any of the White Party 20 banners on any Pride Nation website. Jam Brander.
Got milk.
Files done. Being hailed as stellar.
Calm with Kava.
We spell our name
K-T-O-R.
That's K-Tor Radio, Galveston, Texas, the radio home of Ball High School. Goodbye.